Okay guys, coming at you with another DIY at Crafting It Up and Creations. My name's Janet. Thanks so much for joining me. Got a little DIY today. I want to make a marker for my dad's grave. He passed away back in 2010. He had COPD, emphysema. Was a mechanic all his life. Worked 44 years at the same place, which will be unheard of for my generation. And usually around the holidays, I like to make something and set it at his grave. He doesn't even have an official marker right now. My mom's never done that. I've thought about maybe looking into that, but I always like to go put flowers. They're usually around major holidays, especially 4th of July, Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, any of those. I know they probably don't even make it there for a week or more. A lot of times I don't know if they're actually stolen or the groundskeeper kind of gets tired of moving around them. I know in the summer it's probably really hard when they go to mowing and everything, but you know, they have to go around all those other markers. So I hate to think that, you know, mine is just one reason, and maybe they even blow away, who knows. But anyway, I thought I'd let you in on my little creative process on how I'm going to do this today. I have got one of the crosses. This is from the Dollar Tree. It's an Easter decoration, just as decor. One of the trellises that they had. And I got black. They have this in black and green. And then they have these beautiful lilies with the Easter eggs attached to them. And I've got 2 of those. And then I've got some lilacs because I thought just the color kind of brought something out with the eggs that were on there. I also have Floral Wire. And this is from the Dollar Tree as well. I've actually used some of it, so it doesn't have the original label on it. And also floral tape. I don't know that I'll need to use this, but I had bought some a while back because I couldn't find mine, and I just went ahead and brought it out just in case that I would need it. Of course, I've got some scissors and my hot glue gun, and I think what I'll use to attach the cross will be the floral wire. So, alright, hang in there and stay tuned. Alright, first of all, I have to apologize for some of this mess in the background. I'm trying to do a few crafts right now to get some of this stuff done that I know I really want done. And that'll kind of get a lot of this stuff out of my way even. So first of all, I'm going to cut all the tags off. I'm even going to cut this ribbon that's on here off because I'm not going to use that part. I'm going to kind of decide where I want it. I think I'm going to put it up a little higher on there. And then I'll just kind of flip it around. And I may still have to decide, you know, what lines up really well with this wire here that I can wrap it around real easy. This is actually pretty thin, so I may end up still going to get different wire. You know, that's a little heavier duty. These scissors are really good for, they can cut cans. I got these from Stampin' Up. That's where my sister-in-law, it's like crack. Once you start stamping up and start crafting, it's all downhill from there. I have more stamps than I know what to do with. So I'm going to kind of just weave this in and out of the plastic piece and then the metal piece that's on this trellis. And in order to hide all this, this is why I'm almost considering sticking this, another one to the back of it as well, and that would kind of hide that process too. So I'm going to go over here. And the biggest trick right now I can tell is just finding the wire piece after it goes through. Probably help if I put a little hook on it. There we go. What's tricky is the outer edge of the cross that's white. I'm trying not to go in between that because that would show up more if it went down under this part. So I'm trying to go in between that to make sure it doesn't show. And if you've never joined me before, thanks for stopping by. I've said it before though, I live in an area where it's really windy. I don't know that the lot that my dad is on is all that windy, but we're gonna try to make this about as secure as we can. I'm afraid though, even if I hot glue it, that it won't matter, you know. That's pretty sturdy. That's pretty good. And I've one across there, you know, and underneath both sides twice. What I'll end up doing. So I've cut the tag off of the lilacs, and I'll be editing that out because that was a fight that really wasn't worth watching. And I'm just going to cut all these. I'm going to kind of leave some length on them right now because I may or may not still use them. I kind of just cut through that one part of the greenery and then break it off. And honest to goodness, that's just to keep me from having to go find my wire cutters because I didn't pull those. But if you want to do it and save yourself some time, if you have some wire cutters, and the Dollar Tree has some. I've bought them, I've used them, and they work perfect. They work just fine, and they're only $1, so not too bad. And they'll last a good while. I still have a pair from there that I've had for years. I don't really want to cover up the cross too much, but I have to have something to kind of glue it down to almost as well, or come to the back and floral wire it or do the floral tape to it. So this may be where I go ahead and use that floral tape. So sometimes I'm a little intrigued by things like this, and I always think, well, I can't do that. I'm no florist. And I'm really good friends with a girl whose family owns a florist shop, and I watched her make a boutonniere for my daughter's boyfriend and a cute little corsage, and I thought, that doesn't look too bad. So I thought, no, I could maybe do that. So I'm going to kind of make them to where they stand up high. And I'm going to wrap them with this floral tape. Kind of keep them together. And this will even make it look a little bit cleaner on the back if I don't, you know, end up covering it up. And you can actually kind of pull it a little, stretch it a little, and it doesn't really feel sticky to the touch, but it sticks to the project. I'm actually going to cut that off to make the look a little cleaner edge anyway. Again, I'm going to kind of cut those edges and then work that so it'll break off itself. So there's those. Kind of thinking somewhere in this area. And then I'd like to come in with these. I gave in and got the wire cutters. So I'm going to cut all of these off at the very bottom because I don't know how long I'm going to want them. No, I don't want them as long as they are. But I can really only cut about one at a time. Kind of look at this and see if I'm just going to kind of work with it. I won't bore you with all that detail or whatnot, but I'm just going to kind of work with what I've got here and maybe, you know, creating a flow of egg and lily and lilac. And I may end up pulling some of these leaves off, or actually it would probably look better if I just push the leaves up towards the flower. And you can move any of these fake flowers, you can move up. I've bought flowers from the Dollar Tree for a really long time, but I can definitely say that a lot of the newer ones that they've come out with are so much better quality and just look good. So I really don't think I'm going to use that second set of lilacs. I probably am only going to use one of the lilies. So right now it all stands as about $5, you know, to make this. And I'm not going to bore you with my process. I'll come back and show you what I've come up with. Oh my God, I love this. So the lilacs are at the top. I've got the lilies kind of cascading down, and I stuck the Easter eggs in kind of strategically. And I'm going to place this kind of maybe off to the side. And what I may end up doing is wrapping it around the trellis. Now the other thing that I thought, I was against getting the green trellis, but now I'm thinking that the green would have masked the greenery from the flowers, you know, probably pretty well. And I don't really think that's a big deal. I am sure that if my dad were here today, he would love this, or he would think it was great just because I made it, I'm sure. So, you know, I certainly think that my dad is worth whatever kind of money that, you know, a flower arrangement would be. But I love to make stuff, and I know he knew that I loved to make stuff, and I think he would treasured it either way, knowing that I had done it. So I'll share you the final picture at the end, and again, I'll kind of show that, and I wrapped it with that floral tape all around, so it all looks like kind of like one piece. So I don't know, I'm really pleased with that. I can't believe how easy that is. Now this little bit of tape doesn't want to stay, so I may end up wrapping another little piece around it because I might have pulled off where maybe the sticky part is, but looks pretty good. Okay guys, so here's the finished product. I've got the flowers kind of cascaded off to the side and the cross kind of in the center of it, and I'm really pleased with how it looks. I may come back and maybe add a bow or a ribbon to that, but I'm not sure. But I really do like it, and I'm hoping that it'll stick down into the ground and maybe kind of stay into the ground, and maybe the wind won't blow it away. So give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and this is Janet with Crafting It Up in Creations. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.